What is going on, Outlaws? Once again, Michael or Legacy Coach D back with another Red Dead Redemption 2 video for you. As most of you know, Rockstar Games promised some new images this weekend, and we have finally gotten them. It's about 8, and they've been spread out between Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, and we're going to discuss and break them down in just a second. Later on, we're actually going to go through some more information that has popped up and discuss what it means. So let's get to these new images. So the first one we have is John Marston. If you look to his face, the scars, they don't look as fresh as what they did in that trailer. You know, you could actually see the stitching in that image. But this one, it looks like it's been some time since the events of whatever happened in that trailer occurred. We also see him dual-wielding revolvers, and we see him with that infamous outfit. There appears to be a couple outfits that he wears within the game, so that'll be something that I guess we see. Maybe there's some backstory to his outfit. But either way, it's just a great image seeing him dual-wielding revolvers. Now, the next image we have is Arthur Morgan on horseback. It looks like he's battling against somebody with a bunch of flowers around him. A great scene. It looks beautiful. Not really much to say, but if you look to that horse's face, Jesus. But the next image we have is Arthur Morgan outside of a saloon, and not much to say about this, but you can see some of the weather going on. That's going to be one of my favorite parts about Red Dead Redemption 2, you know, just seeing some of that weather unfold, whether it be snow, whether it be rain, whether it be really sunny. These are the types of things that really can make a Western experience that much better. But moving along to our next image, this one posted to Instagram. This image shows the Vanderlin Gang. We have Arthur Morgan, John Marston before he finally gets his scars, and then we have Dutch Vanderlin in the middle. It looks like Sean McCullough, and then Javier Escuela in the background, and then Mika Bell. So this looks like this may be in 1899, maybe the game takes place in 1899, and it goes all the way up to 1906, that's when John's left for dead. This could be a possibility if you consider John's facial scars that he gets, you know. In one scene we can see that they're very fresh, the scars, then another it looks like it's been there for quite some time, so that's very interesting. I do wonder what Red Dead Redemption 2 spans from. Is it 1899 to 1906, or what? Now our next image we have is Sadie Adler and Arthur Morgan. I've said it before, I think they're going to have a very strong connection within the game. If you actually look very close to Arthur Morgan's face, he does have a beard. So it does look like he has dynamic facial hair growing, which is very cool. And also if you look to the horse, you can see that there's different weapons, something that I've discussed before as a new feature, as you're not going to have an unlimited inventory anymore. Now to our next image, we have the camp, and going from left to right, we have Uncle, I believe that's Sean, on the bottom, who's playing the guitar, Javier Escuela, and then there's a couple of other characters, just showing how lively the camp is. So after recording this, looking back, it looks like we may have gotten our first look at Abigail and Jack Marston. Within this image to the far right, you can see two individuals fishing. It looks like a young boy and a woman, and obviously that has to be Abigail and Jack. And obviously, if you don't know, fishing already has been confirmed as a new feature within the game, but this is very cool, and it makes me wonder how they will play out into the story of the game. But either way, it's a cool little Easter egg hidden away in the image that a lot of people are going to miss. But our next image is Arthur Morgan, and I really can't tell who that other character is, but they are approaching the camp, maybe just a different angle. Either way, it does look very cool, the nighttime setting. But finally, our last image of the day just shows Arthur Morgan outside of a saloon. Obviously, it looks like he just killed somebody. Kind of looks like your typical Western image, and it looks very badass. Not much else that you can say from this, but so it actually looks like I spoke a little too soon. There's been a couple more images uploaded to the Instagram page of Rockstar Games. The first one shows Arthur Morgan hunting, and not much you could say about this, but you can see him actually using the bow and arrow. It shows Arthur Morgan and Bill Williamson. This may be from the same bank heist, but it looks like there's a lot going on in the background. Total destruction. It's a very badass look at the two conducting their robbery and fighting the local law enforcement. But those are the 10 new images that Rockstar Games has released today for Red Dead Redemption 2. Let me know down in the comment section below which one is your favorite and why. And now I want to move on to some new information coming from the Italian website Every Eye. They had a preview of Red Dead Redemption 2, and some of the details details has finally been translated, which indicates some new things that we have not heard before. So as usual, again, big props to the GTA forums team for helping out with this. They have bullets on their website of a lot of the main new details that has been revealed by the Italian website. So first, Red Dead Redemption 2 story uses Arthur Morgan as means to narrate not only Morgan's, but also the whole gang story. In fact, the main focus of the story is the Vanderlin Gang, which is kind of obvious considering we're going to be able to see the downfall of what happens to this gang and how it crashes, and probably when Dutch goes crazy. Every member of the gang takes an important role into the story. The majority of the missions are sent by gang members themselves. If you don't have any more space on your horse, you can store animal skins in your own inventory and sell them at any shop, though its capacity is very limited. Again, there's not going to be that unlimited inventory anymore. Rockstar is going for a much more realistic, touch with the game. NPC interactions in Red Dead Redemption 2 are much more complex than the ones we can find in Grand Theft Auto 5. Some will try to con Arthur, fill us with chatter, gold diggers will ask him to leave, and gunslingers will extract their guns and point Arthur, telling him to turn away. So again, this is the best things about open world gaming in my opinion. It can make an experience that much more immersive, and these little things, these little details are what I appreciate in Rockstar games, and this is the big difference between a Ubisoft and a Rockstar game. But Rockstar also considers these interactions between NPCs and the main character the next step of Red Dead Redemption 1's random events, as every encounter in RDR2 marks start of a short, dynamic, and unpredictable story, which honestly sounds very cool. In Red Dead Redemption, there was always some really cool things going on, whether it would be a NPC stealing a wagon from someone and then you'd have to chase them down and get it back for them, and then there was also, you'd have to stop coyotes from, killing somebody, or you'd have to help out the deputies who had lost a prisoner. These are the types of things that I really enjoyed in Red Dead Redemption. It got a little repetitive at times, so hopefully they can spice it up with some variety within the game, and it sounds like they have done just that. Now, Rockstar has been working on the new AI for the game for 6 years. There's been no information yet about difficulty levels. Trains carry weapons and can be raided. And this website, the Italian Every Eye, is confident that we will get another 2 previews focusing more on the story, and lastly multiplayer, and they also mention a hands-on preview. They also expect Rockstar to show RDR2 gameplay very soon. They state around late June or early July is when they expect that, which is honestly much sooner than I expected. And Arthur Morgan can find prostitute in our gang's camp, and Arthur can interact with them. I don't know how those interactions are going to go. Just imagine if Abigail Marston was there, it would be so awkward. Anyway, there was also only one loading screen during the whole demo that Every Eye saw, as it was when they entered the bank. Duels are back, kind of obvious. They cannot confirm though if there's any swimming mechanics. I think there will be, but obviously that'll be something that we'll see later on. So anyway, gang, we discussed a lot within this video. 8 new images, obviously showing John Marston off and a lot of other stuff. And then we obviously have the Italian website, which provided a lot of new information on some new gameplay features that we will see present within the game. Anyway, it does seem like it's not going to be very long until we hear about Red Dead Redemption 2 next. We discussed that in a recent video. Rockstar Games has promised that next month we will be getting some new details on a special edition and more, so make sure you are subscribed for that. But thank you for watching. Make sure to leave a like if you did enjoy this video, and or if you found any informative value. Again, consider subscribing, as I'm your best source for everything Red Dead Redemption 2. Have notifications on for all the news to come, and remember, Outlaws to the end.